These are small potatoes. Hi everybody, this is Lipstick Ajma over here. Today I wanted to tell you about my daughter, my oldest daughter. I had mentioned that my youngest daughter was in Korea. She's been there almost about 2 years now, and she teaches English. She's a teacher, English teacher for little children from 6 to 7, and she loves it there, and she loves the culture. She loves everything about Korea, and she also speaks Korean now, which is she probably will speak better than me when she come back. Now my oldest daughter, she is going to Korea now to meet my biological mother with my youngest daughter. But my youngest daughter already met my mom. Now my oldest daughter is going to meet her. I think my oldest daughter is a little kind of scared and nervous, rightfully so, because you know when you meet someone for the first time, you kind of don't know what to say. It'll be a little awkward for her, but hopefully with my youngest daughter being there, she'll be fine. I personally feel that I wish I could go. I wish I could experience. I wish I am there to guide them to places where I grew up, but I forgot that it's been more than 30 years since I've been here, so probably things are nothing the way it was before. Korea is more modernized, technology-wise, we are way, behind compared to Korea. But I'm just so excited for her, and I wanted to answer some questions that she has for me, or vice versa. Maybe I can ask her questions. Again, this is leftover potatoes. I need to hurry up and cook it before it goes bad. This is my fried kimchi. Leftover stuff. You know what? Always use leftover in your refrigerator. That's sometimes the best thing because you mix and a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and it ends up tasting good. Here's the rice that I'm trying to teach my daughter-in-law how to cook it. Not to embarrass her, but you know, if she's gonna hang out with Korean people, she needs to know how to make rice. So far, it's been either too hard or too mushy, just like Goldilocks. It's too hard, it's too soft, it's too runny. So I'm gonna show her how to cook it today. So here it is. This is a pressure cooker. I love this little thing, by the way. I mean, it cooks everything so fast. If you wanna cook like your meat and stuff like that, you can just cook it. But I just got off work and I'm like rushing around, you know, trying to cook. So I always cook my rice in the medium heat. You don't want to start high. So see that little thing? That thing pops out, makes noise. That means you need to let it lower the heat and let it simmer. Okay? So most people speak English. Most they might not. They giggle and stuff, but yeah, they mostly speak English. So you won't have any problem. Before I went, which was 26, 27. I was there 25 years ago. First time I forgot certain manners and things like that. I found that some of the people were kind of rude. Like I was standing at the bus stop and I was standing in the bathroom with the toilet paper, and my sister, I was standing and this old lady come running and she pushes me out of the way and then she just goes. But that's normal. And that was 25 years ago. That was after I left Korea and went back 25 years later. But that was just a one incident. But overall, my visit was so beautiful and so pretty. And that was the time when we were there. We found out that Princess Diana had died, and it was very sad because you know it was like a Queen Elizabeth. Everybody loved her. You know, it's like you have that sense of loss, even though she's not your grandmother. But for some reason, she's grandmother to everybody. You know, and the princess died. She was also like part of us, and everybody was so sad. I remember that day clearly. But the food was amazing. Oh my gosh! In fact, you know what? That's probably my best thing. It's like I didn't have enough time to do a lot of things because we were only there for 10 days. I think you would need more time because by the time we were getting used to it, it was time to come back home. For the first week, it was all nothing but a jet lag. And I didn't get to enjoy all the good food because I was not really hungry. I was more sleepy. I don't know. I mean, I can't wait to hear what all she has to say about her trip that she'll get to meet biological mother, and maybe they will see parts of my personality of how I am. I'm not sure. I know she's a good cook. I know she's a cleaning fanatic. I mean, she cleans. She's a tiny little lady. To be honest, I don't really recall spending a lot of time with her because I think she worked a lot. I came here when I was 13, but I think I was 10, something like that. Somewhere around there. And one day, she decided to not come home. And I don't know the reasons, but I'm at the age where, I don't hold any resentment, and I think resentment can be a hostage in some way or form, if you want to say. And I used to have that resentment. I used to have just the fact that she left. How can she? I still cannot understand how a mother can just leave the children. I still cannot fathom that idea. However, maybe life was so unbearable for her. Because some of us who are single mothers or lose husbands or, just having hard times, it gets to be very hard sometimes. But I don't know if I could just leave my kids. But that's something she did, and she just never had an explanation. Even until this day, I'm not sure. So maybe my daughters can find out why she left. Maybe when I was back in Korea that she couldn't actually tell me because maybe it was too painful. I'm not sure. I don't know the reasons why. And really, it's been so long. Does it matter? Because what all matters now is how we come together after all these years. And after losing my adopted mother 2 years ago with cancer, and she was a big part of my children's life, and my kids are very close to her, and they only knew her as their Grammy. She was everything that Grammy can be for her grandchildren. And you and other people called, kids' other friends would call my mom Grammy. That's what they knew it, Grammy. And it was great, but now it's almost like everything happens for reasons. Now they get to meet my biological mother, so-called halmeoni. That's what they would call her. They won't call Grammy, they won't call grandmother, they will call halmeoni. That's what it means in Korean. I don't know if I would ever ask her why she left. Like I said, it no longer matters. I had a great life here. Well, some great life, but mostly great is how you make of it. But hopefully somehow she found some peace because I can see the happiness in her eyes when I first saw the video of her meeting Alexandra, like as if all the pieces have came together. And it's gonna be emotional, I think. I wish I was the one to pick all three at one time. All my kids, that's always been my dream, but my kids beat me to it, And maybe that's like I said, maybe that's what happened for a reason. That my kids can spend time with her first before, and maybe it'd be easier to answer questions that they have rather than me asking her, But I gained another sister out of her, and she's great, and she loves my kids. She loves them. We're so good to them, and I can't wait till Dimitra sit down and actually really, really experience Korean culture, sitting on the table and on the floor, and how they eat, and travel everywhere, hopefully. And maybe someday we can all go back together. That's on my bucket list, hopefully, someday. See this? I think this is broken. But I'm gonna tell you. See that little red thing that popped? You see the red thing over here? That popped already. That means is, you know, the steam is ready to. So what I do is, she's like a little thing is popping like a bop head. I do it like that. It's supposed to do that automatically. So I'm gonna let that sit. So that most important thing is this red thing pops up. And then once the steam disappears, now turn it off. Man, that can't be that hard, is it? I should film you how to remake a rice. I always kept in touch with my mother's sister. I think there was 3 sisters, biological sisters. Oldest one, middle one, and my mom was youngest. I know they had 2 brothers, but I don't know much about them. But I remember one of the sisters that we used to go visit on holidays, and she must have kept in touch with my mother because she used to give us clothes, you know, like whenever we would go visit. And she'll say, oh, somebody gave it to me to give it to you guys. Well, that was bull crap. I know that for a fact because, you know, I think it was from my mother. And then somehow, it must be my aunt that told her that we were going to America. But you know, we didn't see her before we came to America. It must have been very hard for her to know that we are gonna be gone. And not knowing that we will never ever be able to see again. Do you know what I mean? That must have been very hard. And if she was there, we did not know. Maybe she was there with the family in the background. Because all I remember was we were in the airport and all of a sudden we heard people screaming, like just screaming. My sisters and I, we were ready to get on the airplane, like to check in, whatever, to, you know, what do you call it, terminal. When there we heard this screaming and yelling and crying, and we're like, what the heck? We turned around, it was my aunt, my grandmother, my cousin that was there at the airport at the last minute of our, before we get, and we have a picture. All we did was cry. We didn't even talk. We could just cry, and that was the goodbye. And we were just little kids. You never know if you were gonna see them again. There's a picture. I have to find it. It's very. Every one of us are crying. All of it. My aunt, my cousin, my grandmother, me. I have my head down like this. My sisters, they were both crying. So raw. When you see it, it's just, you remember that last goodbye. But look now, it's, you know, how things turn around now. We get to see them. Now with technology, I can talk to them every day on the phone, you know, the FaceTime. It's amazing.
How'd you reconnect?
We met at a little, like a bakery. First time. You know, honestly, it's been so long. I didn't know how to feel at that time. I remember being excited, but at the same time, was I gonna just be angry at her for leaving us? I had a lot of mixed emotions. Anger, guilt, just, you know, maybe she left because we were bad kids, who knows? Or just angry that how she left her kids. And resentment, hate, any kind of negative emotion I had was in me at that time. But once I saw how she had suffered with her life, I just focused on having good times together. But even then, we didn't really get to talk much, you know? Like where daughter and mother would talk. Maybe because of a time being apart, maybe the time just separated us and we didn't know how to engage in each other. Okay, see that? Open? That's what rice should look like. Then you just toss it. Look at that. Beautiful. See that? What do you think? You think you can do it? And even has a little nuringji. Nuringji is like a burnt part of the rice, and people actually mix like a nuringji porridge. I love that. It's crunchy, and sometimes people save it and they put sugar in it. They sell it at the Korean store. Nuringji. Nothing fancy. I'm just making it real quick because I'm making. Ooh, my knife is small. People, make sure you use a right knife. But I should really call my channel Lazy Ajima. Everything I do is like lazy way. But it tastes good, right? Some gochugaru, fish sauce. Oh, and a little bit of onion. I forgot. Onion. Sugar. It's very simple, but it's tasty. Very, very simple. Everybody loves this cucumber. My oldest daughter. Let me try. Kuchinaki. That means a little baby doll in Greek. So tell me, how do you feel?
Full?
Full? No, how do you feel? Going over to Korea, meeting my mom.
Apprehensive. I don't know what to expect.
Yeah, anyway. You have to go with no expectation, you know? Because you never knew her before. You can't expect anything. The whole purpose of you going there is just to go there and be with your sister and experience Korean culture and meeting your biological mother, my mother, I mean, sorry. It's just icing on the cake, right? So what do you think? Would you ever thought about going there if it wasn't for your sister?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Her being there just gives us like an excuse to go.
What do you think you're gonna like about it? Just
The food.
the food, the street food. Yeah, we're foodies. We love to eat. At least I do.
I'm excited to see, just like learn more about the culture.
Who are you gonna meet first thing when you get land?
No one.
Oh,
I have to get off the plane by myself and travel 2 hours to her apartment.
if you get lost,
Too freaking bad.
don't panic. Everything's fine. People get lost all the time. They speak English. You have to find students in case you get lost. Students
Alexandra
speak
said just go to any millennial.
Millennial, exactly. They all speak English. See, I told you. Do you want to meet my cousin?
I think Alexandra has a whole itinerary.
Korean. Good. What do you think you'll say to my mother?
Nothing, because I don't speak Korean.
You have to say 안녕하세요.
Yeah, obviously.
Then you have to bow.
Okay.
That's it. And every time she asks questions, you do say "ne" is the answer. Yes. Ne.
Just like in Greek.
In Greek it's ne. In Korean it's ne, yeah, either one. Ne, like nah. In Greek is ne. See, this is just a simple meal that I threw together at the last minute. I didn't plan a dinner. It's good, right? Still. Oh, this is spicy. Ooh. Holy moly, it's spicy. You get to eat so much of this seaweed. But in Korea, I don't ever remember eating them.
What did you eat in Korea?
Not much.
When you did eat, what were you eating?
I remember eating barley rice. Oh, back then that's the only poor people ate. Now it's like it's a trend to eat organic barley rice, whatever. But that's all we had, and it's so different texture than white rice. But my friend, I was talking the other day, and she's from Korea, and he said, "Oh my gosh, how grateful we are. We get to eat white rice. We don't have to choose. I mean, we can actually choose. That's what I meant to say. You could choose to eat white rice. If you want to eat barley for a better, healthy way of eating, it's our choice. But we're not forced to eat that only thing you have. So that's kind of quite nice." Now you know, because I always thought only the rich people ate white rice. But really, it has no nutrients. You know, you have more nutrients with the barley rice and stuff.
What do you think I'm gonna eat on the plane?
Korean food. They're gonna give you Korean dish. You probably have to pick. What are you getting? What are you flying?
Korean Air.
Yeah. They treat you good. When I was adopted, there were 16 babies on the airplane that came along with us. My sisters and I, we were the oldest, like, and all the rest of them was babies. They were coming.
What year was that?
1983, when we were coming on the plane, being adopted. Oh my God, they cried and cried. I mean, all these babies. And I remember they were being dropped off from foster mothers. They were crying, hanging onto these babies. I guess they got attached to these little babies. Sometimes I wonder like how they are doing, even though I didn't know any of them. Just the fact that they were babies. Then I saw this, first time I saw a lady with blonde hair and then with dark roots, I got scared because I said, what is wrong with her hair? Huh? But now I'm a hairdresser, so I know what that is. It's called a root touch. They need to get root touch.
And you still say the same thing.
Mhm.
Oh, what's wrong with her hair?
Girl with the yellow hair. That's what we used to call her.
Had you ever seen a blonde person before you came?
I went to school with this kid. I think he was mixed. They used to call him Mr. Hello. They used to call him Hello, make fun of him. I think he was mixed. And he had like really light hair. He looked like he was a mixed kid, but
Mr. Hello?
yeah, they used to call him Hello.
What does that mean?
Hello, people didn't even know, I don't think what it was. They just made it up. But he had like a light hair and looks like American, but actually I think he was mixed. I ate 3 of them.
Please? You always have liked pound cake.
I love pound cake. She made it, but when I drank it with coffee, it just melted like butter.
Because it is butter.
Do you know why it's called pound cake?
Because they use a pound of butter, a pound of sugar, and a pound of flour.
I didn't know that. Everything, all the ingredients they use is a pound. So that's what they call it, pound cake.
That's
I never knew
loosely
that.
true.
Can we call Alexandra?
Yeah.
안녕하세요. Hi, my daughter's on here. Hang on, say hi everybody. Hi. She said, oh my gosh, no! How are you doing?
Wait, look, I got an eyelash curve.
Curl your eyelashes? Oh my gosh, what if they burn you? Are you excited?
I'm so excited.
Don't leave your sister alone.
Well, I have to when I go to work.
Well, yeah, but make sure she knows the code, how to get in. She gets lost and... This is Alexandra, who's in Korea. But she don't want to be on the picture because she's not made up. Anyway. But, yeah.
I'm going to Busan this weekend.
Oh, I only saw Busan on TV. I've never, yeah, it looks, sounds so good and looks so nice. They have the seafood. I saw it in the show, in the movie, where they actually catch the fresh clams and then cook it right on the fire on the beach. Oh, I would love that. Oh, man, I think it's good.
Yeah, we'll go to Busan this weekend.
Yeah, your brother had to evacuate from Florida. By the way, there was a hurricane. Yeah, my son is living in Florida. Now he had to evacuate. So yes, on the camera, my YouTubers.
Oh, hello, YouTube.
Hello, YouTubers. So anyway, yeah. So he had to evacuate. He's going to be with Enjoy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
She's not dead. She's in Boca.
She's not dead. I mean, she's in Boca, huh? I don't know what that means. What did they say? But anyway.
You're like, there's a hurricane. He's gone to see his Aunt Joy.
I didn't mean he died. I didn't mean he died. I meant he's going to see Enjoy. Oh my gosh. Say hi to my dog. Say hi to Bella. She's a pretty girl. Oh, my little baby. She's my Betty baby. There is bits and pieces of the trip that my daughter will be going to. She's going to Korea. Yay! Hi team! I hope you guys stay tuned. Follow me on YouTube, Lipstick Ajimas. Subscribe my channel so you could see what happens and all the happening things in Korea. 안녕! Are you gonna do that? 안녕!
Apparently the thing now is you do this.
I know. Can you give me some rice? My perfect rice.